Hi guys, this is LG Shaft. With me is LG Kurt Nasty. How you doing, bro?
You keep forgetting,
No,
mister.
I'm not forgetting. I'm not forgetting. There's time for
I'm
that later.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Well, uh, I'm doing pretty good. It's weird to say like we'll say the name and then if we announced us, then they'll already know. They
Uh,
gotta figure it out when we're like L to the G card nasty.
I see, I see.
Oh, it's Kurt. It's Kurt.
Yes, sir. You have little girl fans screaming
I
everywhere
do.
right now.
Oh, I do. There's little girl fans all over the world that scream Kurt nasty
Just like
every
that, in
time.
fact.
Yeah, it's true.
It is, man. It is. They
And
have that ghetto slang to their voice and everything.
oh yeah,
Even the little Chinese girls.
as soon as I say my name, instantly 50 to 100,000 tweets about it go on Twitter.
I see, I see. So you're kind of like Voldemort.
Basically.
I see. Okay, well, guys, welcome. This is going to be a game, ZVT, EmpireKas, the green Terran on the bottom left-hand side of Cloud Kingdom. And on the top right, we've got the orange Zerg Thundertoss. We've got the game paused right now, but we're going to be getting it unpaused in 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah man, I wasn't. I keep on having my thing open. The
So I will pause it
where are you
again.
at?
I'm at 111.
Yeah.
Not going to yell
Let
at
me.
Kurt too much.
Well, you start counting down and my channel list is up,
Why?
and then I because I'm in there talking in LG.
Oh, well, get ready for the cast then.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I got my gloves on. I'm got my running shoes tied up.
Okay,
I'm ready
well,
to
are you
cast
out
this
at
game.
111?
I'm ready. 111.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so here on the top right-hand side of Cloud Kingdom, like I said, it's Thundertoss. He just did an extractor check, had me worried for a second. I thought it might have been some kind of advanced temple with like a gas or something on it.
Early gas. That'd be silly.
Yeah, well, it's a ZVT, and people are a little bit frustrated with this matchup right now and trying some new things.
Definitely. Definitely. And if those of you who do not know, the Zerg Queen range upgrade towards ground units has been increased, and Terran are having so much trouble taking care of this right now because they don't know what to do. It hasn't been around long enough. I'm excited to see some pro games. I want to see what EmpireKas has to do here against these new queens, since the Hellion Harass doesn't work nearly as well as it used to.
Well, with that being said, I'll tell you a little bit about Kaz. He is known for getting ridiculous numbers of SCVs, doing builds like
Mm,
Command Center first. He's doing that here and now. So this is a
yeah.
Command Center first in ZVT from Empire Kaz.
Mm,
Yeah, he does a lot of really crazy stuff. He loves his drops. He loves macro orbitals. He makes SCVs up to like 100 and then
mm,
just keeps
yeah.
them, which is kind of weird
Oh,
because most people will go throw them away at that point. But
uh,
he likes to keep them. He'll get about 7, 8, 9 orbital commands and then throw his SCVs away because he can call down as many mules as he wants anytime he wants.
yeah, at that time he knows that he'll be safe, because if you just randomly you're like, oh, I'm gonna kill off my SCVs, and then like you lose your army and you don't really, and then they kill off like couple of your command centers, then what are you gonna do?
Fair
So
enough.
it's really a very late game. I don't know. I've seen a lot of Cats games, and he definitely has amazing macros. So many SCVs. Just all around crazy player. I don't think I would ever want to meet him on the ladder.
That's true. He's determined, man. I'd love to see him against some of these top Koreans for sure.
I've seen him play a couple of top Koreans. He didn't win, but
Yeah.
he's done really. He beats Koreans definitely. I mean, any players can beat Koreans. High level. Not all Koreans. Like GSL Koreans are very good, but basically GSL Koreans are going to be the best Koreans you're going to find out there, and our North American, European players can still get wins on players such as a very good Korean. Oh my God, there's a third command center coming from Cass.
Absolutely, man. I told you he loves these macro orbitals.
Oh
He
my
will get them
gosh.
so early that it's not even funny.
And he didn't even wall with his barracks.
No, he does not care.
Cass, you're an animal. You are an animal, Cass.
Yeah,
Oh, I feel like he just escaped from the zoo and started playing StarCraft. Because this guy's an animal.
right, right. Well, and he's only one harvester behind right now. Actually, he just evened the harvester count. He's 200, right at 300 mineral income ahead of his opponent, 100 gas income ahead, and still dropping down mules.
Yeah, and if we look at the view of Thundertoss, he knows there's a fast expand here, but he has no clue about this third. And there's being a Zerg, there's not really going to be any way that he's going to be able to see this Zerg for quite some time because if an Overlord starts floating in there, he can just send some Marines in and kill it.
A milk jug just fell off the amplifier in my room and landed on my router. I'm glad we're still connected. There's a third being taken now for the Zerg player, and he's actually got quite a good Overlord spread. If you just drop your vision to Thundertoss, man, he's got vision of everything on this map.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't want to be caught by anything. I know Terran like to do drops. Drops are very good versus Zerg because the only thing that can shoot up for quite some time is queens, you know. So if he's got all these OVs out, then he's gonna be able to spot things such as drops, or he's gonna be able to spot if there's an attack coming around to the right or going around some secret direction.
Well, there's
But
actually
there's
an
not.
attack coming up top, and
Four Marines.
unfortunately, it's going to avoid the vision of Thundertoss. He has got Overlords everywhere but where
Oh,
he needs them, apparently.
no,
Yet
I think he saw it leave. He saw it leave
he had
because
to
he's
have.
got the Overlord on his exit.
Yeah, that's true. Those two queens already in position. Lings are being made. He's got double upgrades with Ling speed about to wrap up. This is looking a lot like some sort of infestor style. This double evolution chamber is what's making me lean in that direction. Lots of Lings pouring out for Thundertoss. We've got Kaz trying to sacrifice one Marine to get the other two to safety. I'm not sure it's quite going to work. Oh, Lings are going to stop at the bottom of that ramp, which is a little bit unfortunate for Thundertoss, as those two units did manage to get away.
Yeah, well, and I really like that push out with those four Marines right there. Because there was no pressure at his front door, Cass was pretty sure that Thundertoss was just sitting at home droning. So setting out those four Marines forces Thundertoss to make some units rather than drones, and that's always a good thing. And Marines don't really cost anything for a Terran, especially four. That's 200 minerals, and he's got 3 command centers.
Right. Well, there are actually 4 queens out on the map for the Zerg right now, and that's exactly how many hatcheries he has as well. But he's had the 4 queens for quite some time now, and you can tell that simply by looking at the creep spread. This is creep spread 9.5 minutes into the game. I have to say, Thundertoss is a bit of a creepy dude.
Yeah, man, he's spreading creep tumors like cancers in style, man, because...
Look, Kaz actually just took half the HP out of one of his own SCVs at his third.
It's a rebellion, man. It's a rebellion.
Man, that must be like a slave rebellion. The SCVs are going in riot, and the Marines are like, fuck you.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh my
we've got
God.
a tank in great position above this third. That's going to
The
force these
bunker!
Lings
He gets
locked
up to the Marines
in.
in the bunker.
It doesn't even matter. He had those Lings being taken damage from the siege tank, and all these units are going to get cleaned up. However, the SCVs are getting killed off a little bit. That's 11
Yes,
workers killed now.
yeah, he has... That's 11 workers. That's pretty big. But at the same time, EmpireKas is Terran. He can call it, mules down, 3 mules.
He's actually still sitting on 58 harvesters, and with
Yeah.
mules, he's only about 100, 200 mineral difference behind as far as income goes. We do have Baneling speed now coming for our Zerg player with his I'm sorry, that's his 4th and 5th gas? 3rd and 4th gas. Yes, I cannot count. 3rd and 4th gas. 4th and 5th gas, yes, because he's at his 3rd base. Sorry, guys, that was a little retarded. We've got Stimpak finishing now with 2-2 upgrades and a weapon vehicle weapons level 1. So he is going to be focusing a lot on this tank count. He's starting to pump out medivacs now. That means drops are imminent. But Thundertoss is a map hacker. Look at all this creep. He's going to see it long ahead
He
of time.
basically can see everything because Zerg is really good and gets to drop all sorts of creep tumors all over the map and see things, and it also makes them faster. Get a hold of that. Get a load of that.
You do not want to fight Ling Baneling. Oh, well, he's not going Muta. He's going Corruptors and the Brood Lords with Infestor support. But you don't want to fight Ling Baneling on this much creep. Even if you spend all your time killing this creep, you're not going to have any scans for Baneling bombs.
Yeah, and it looks like, oh, he's getting some Corruptors. I guess he's gonna use these Corruptors for...
It's anti-drop and switching into Brood Lords.
Yeah, for Brood Lords. That's also what all this gas is for.
Lings are at the 3rd, and the Lings, of course, seeing this bunker, seeing some Marine support. Yeah, this 5th is actually completely sacrificial. I mean, he knew he would not be able to keep that if there was an attack. The idea is not to defend every base, simply to get units out in time to defend the base after that.
Oh, these tanks are going to get taken out.
Oh, yes, they are. Tanks are dealt with completely. There's a little bit of... this drop is how he plans to defend, but there's going to be Lings going underneath, and even if he picks up to deal with the Lings, the Corruptors are going to do the rest of the damage to the medivacs and kill off the Marines no matter what.
You know, he's doing a pretty good amount of damage for the situation he was in right there.
Killed off every single one of the Lings.
Yeah. Definitely could have been much worse for him right there. And the supply counts have basically evened up. There is a layer soon to be finished.
There was actually a drop there at the 4th of Thundertoss. We've got a lot of drops going on here, which is what Kaz has to do with the style he's doing against this soon-to-be very immobile Broodlord army.
Yeah, and drops really aren't going to be that effective with all these Corruptors on the field right now.
It depends on how many times he's dropping, and Kaz is one of these players that are known to hit 5 or 6 locations at once. And even with this many Corruptors, this many Lings, and this many Banelings, it takes a miracle for Zerg to be in that many locations at once, because we're the swarm. And you can't swarm when you've divided your swarm into 5 groups. It just doesn't work that way.
Spreading your army too thin, and then all of a sudden you just can't kill it.
Especially with medivacs. Queen goes down.
I feel like he should have just charged that right there. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, well, the tanks are trying to get into position here. Banelings are actually killed off there. Man. This does not look good for Thundertoss. Kaz is pushing across the map with this Marine and Thor and one tank, one Thor. 3 tanks now. Okay, so again, a real traditional army from Kaz, whereas Thundertoss is doing everything he can to just stay in this game. In fact, choosing not to go with the Brood Lords and is favoring Ultralists now.
Yeah, well, he can go for the root. I don't think he can get the Brood Lords right now. He really needs to finish off this push, and he has finished it. But at the same time, he's lost his fourth base, and well, he's got another 4th, but he's gonna have to rebuild that. And he's now sitting on basically the same amount of base as the Terran. And EmpireKas has another command center that he's going to be lifting off and landing right now.
Not only that, they're similar on harvester counts. It's 69 to 76 with Terran sitting on the 69, but Mules makes that number change drastically. In fact, he's up 600 minerals. 1 Mule is worth about 4 drones, so just do the math. He's on 1 OC, 2 OC, 3 OC, 4 OC. So, yeah, that
there's a link underneath that command center, keeping it from falling. EmpireKas has his army out here. He really kind of needs to get that home, or else that's going to get killed. And here comes Thunder. He's going to come in here and try and take out this army, and I think he's going to do a really great job taking it out. Let's see how much he can go without losing, though.
This is a hell of a battle here. These fungal growths making a huge difference. But Vikings are here, so the Corruptors are getting dealt with a little bit. However, Infested Terran underneath Vikings usually shifts things towards the way of the Corruptors.
Yeah, and he's going to get out of there. You know, he took out the base army of EmpireKas, and now EmpireKas has to rebuild. But luckily for EmpireKas, he just has mass amounts of production just like he always does. He's just very, very solid Terran. Also, whoa, what happened to his... I'm confused.
What's your question? What happened to that orbital there?
Yeah.
It was hit by corruptors and lings.
Oh, man, I'm mad of it. Sorry.
I hear you. Well, I'm here to announce that exactly 50% of the map has now been covered in creep, and the Zerg advance is continuing on. The Terran cannot actually do much at all, in fact, to
No.
deal with
And
it.
yeah, and since Thunder took out that base army of Cass, he has to rebuild this army, and he doesn't know exactly what army he's going to end up having to fight against now, since the Zerg army can just reset as well. But it's going to be basically the same army again. Oh, this is not where he wants to be right now. Gonna move out. Ooh, multi attack. This sling run by could do a lot of damage if. Oh, oh, he gets it in. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, this huge Ling attack right here into the main. It's going to pull a lot of forces away from the third, and then he can just move in with this Baneling Infestor army if he needs to. Uh-oh, Kaz is in
Ooh,
some trouble. Hotkeys are changing on him. That's never a good feeling.
and Greater Spire has finished.
Scan going off on these burrowed Zerglings. One is still alive, though. Uh-oh, he did not see that one, and it's not going to be able to do very much, but it is at least going to distract the Terran at some point. That probably isn't the best situation for him. In any case, the third base is about to mine out now for Kaz. We've got...
Uh, yeah,
Wow.
Kaz needs to have more bases but mining. He's just sitting here running out of minerals everywhere, and now, oh my gosh, Ultralisk and Mass Baneling. So many Banelings morphing right now. Not to mention Fungals coming out of Infestors. This is one hell of an army coming out of Thundertoss.
Thundertoss has exactly what he needs. Kaz still thinking
The
that
drop here too.
Broodlords are what he has to fear, not aware that Ultras are in the cards. And this is 7 Vikings. That's a pretty big investment in Vikings. There's not many Thors out to deal with the Ultras, but
Mm,
there
I
are
like
some
this.
siege tanks. However, those siege tanks are closely grouped together, so depending on if this position right here is attacked will really
Ooh,
decide.
double-sided.
Uh-oh, yes, double-sided. All he has to do is get an Ultra or a Fungal on
Fungals,
those siege
Banelings
tanks.
hitting the Marines.
Huge
Oh
Fungals and
man.
Banelings there, man. The
You know, this
Thors are
army's gonna
cleaning
get...
up the Ultras, though. This does not look like a very successful attack from
Uh,
Thundertoss.
he got it. He got the planetary fortress, and now guess what? Cass doesn't have a fourth again.
Yet again, he's just going to float another command center right on over there. No problem. Oh, no, is he going to build it? No, he's floating. Okay,
I think
so welcome to Beach Aaron. Here's an
I
attack on the
man,
4th of Thundertoss, and
so many siege tanks.
so
Oh
many
my
siege tanks
gosh.
against Pure Ling Infestor. How is this not working?
Oh my gosh.
So most of the Marines have been cleaned up. There's 4 tanks left on the map and a pretty bruised Thor. This is going to be overextending if Kaz continues this attack. But if he goes home right now, he might be okay. But he needs to go. He cannot stick around to kill these extractors like he's doing. There are infestors
He's not
burrowing
gonna get
right
out.
underneath him. This is not going to happen. Uh-oh, this is
Oh,
so close. Oh, infested Terrans causing tanks to kill each other.
oh, he almost walked those infestors into that siege fire. That would have been a big mistake, losing one of those infestors. It was the one. It was the closest one to the siege tank too.
Look at how oversaturated this base is. There are 10
Oh my
mules.
god.
10 mules on a base with 8, 16, 24, with 28 workers mining.
There's mules changing mineral fields.
You never see that happen.
And while there's still ultras come. Oh no. Okay. Here's some corruptors. He feels a little safer now, so he decided to finally get some corruptors, and we're gonna see that broodlord switch.
There is creep spread all the way to the Terran bases. All the way to the Terran fort.
Oh, that would be a huge. Oh, that's a big fungal too,
Fungal
right
right
there.
on a huge group of SCVs and mules. This... Oh, and tightly packed group of SCVs. Yet again, he's trying to use these tanks and planetary to keep the infestors out of the mineral line here. Yet infested Terran, just 1 and 2 balls,
Oh,
is
huge
causing
fungal.
fungal growth, and siege tanks are cleaning it up. This is amazing stuff by Thundertoss, abusing the UI of the Siege tank.
Yeah, oh man, this would be so annoying if you're EmpireKas. Just...
Kaz is a strong player, but he is
Yeah.
buckling under this pressure.
Well, he got set really behind when he got that whole entire army taken out. He needed to get that army home, and his army got... This is earlier in the game, of course. He needed to get his army home, and he had his entire army taken out, and that right there is what changed the game.
It is. He is going to be moving out now. This is a pretty heavy Thor Mech Marauder army. This is exactly the composition he needs against the Ultra Infestor combination of Thundertoss. Yet Thundertoss now has 6 Broodlords. There's Vikings, however. So the composition of Kaz actually kind of counters the composition of Toss.
True.
It's really going to come down to the fungal growths and just how Kaz engages and if his tanks are in the right positions. Pressure being applied by the Terran.
He needs to get those Vikings over there.
Oh yes, these Broodlords are in position. Corruptors are there to defend it. Infestors are there to deal with the Vikings as well. The Vikings are not going to be allowed to overextend because it all comes down to these Broodlords. The Vikings have now been cleaned up. There's 3 left. All of them are red HP. 2 left. 1 left with 5 HP.
Wow.
It is over. There are Broodlords left with no Viking support. That is going to be game. Kaz knows it. I know it. You know it. Does Thundertoss know it? I think so.
I'm pretty sure Thundertoss knows that that's the end of this game, but at the same time, he's probably a little bit nervous because we all nervous that even after we're about to win a game, and then once they say good game, a big sigh of release comes out.
Yes, sir. Yes, it does. Thank you for joining me, Kurt. Man, you got anything you want to talk about before we wrap this up?
I want to talk about how we're about to own some people in 2s. Just kidding, you gotta leave.
Yeah, unfortunately. I am going to do about an hour of 1v1s, but you did help me get Masters in 2v2. This is my first Masters account, so I'm just kind of smiling.
Dude, we could have a manager 3v3.
Hell yeah.
Because this guy is going to be the new C-Team manager.
Sweet, sweet. So it's going to be me, you, and this guy, and we'll just be like, yeah, we're LG management. Fuck you.
Yeah, and this guy's rank 1 on North America. No, rank 3 on North America for random 3 vs 3.
Cool deal.
He's really good, and I'm ranked like 50, but we'll get that up there.
It's okay. Even if you suck, we'll carry you.
Oh yeah, true. I'm bad.
Alright, Kurt, man, thanks for joining us. Guys, this is L to the G, Kurt Nasty.
No, I am LG Shaft.
Alright, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Got confused.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you later. Bye.